I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Yes, indeed. The voice of reason has returned. It's Friday. So you know we about to cut smooth on up. You know I don't give a damn. I don't give two shakes of a fat rat's ass. But we will be having a great time today. Listen, we got a studio full of people. There's going to be even more people. I know Veronica will be calling in at some point. Let's just introduce the crew who's in the building right now, because we have a very pressing topic that must be dealt with. I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, Red Panda, a.k.a. Red Panda is her legal name now.
Apparently.
So now her real name is an a.k.a. Ashonti Ford.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
As usual, I'm looking forward to getting into this topic today.
Yes. We were having a debate outside if she was a millennial.
I don't think I'm a millennial. I think millennials are 18 to 23, and I'm 28, so.
You said 19 outside. Now you're
Okay,
changing
that's
the
fine.
rules.
I'm
Just
not
like
a
a girl.
millennial.
Jesus. Anyway, fuck. Our girl, the newest member of the Voice of Reason, Aarona Sanchez. No, I'm just kidding. Aarona Lopez in the building. Do
I don't
we
think
have
the
her?
mic's on.
Hi, folks. Yeah.
Well, let's get her mic together.
They just invited me in from the alley. I wasn't supposed to.
Where?
There it is.
Yes.
We got some faulty wires. It's okay.
Hello. Okay, there
There
we
you go, baby.
Let me back it on up.
Aarona Lopez.
Stop buying these flea market mics.
Now, see?
I ain't gonna be invited back because of that. It wasn't my fault, guys. I love y'all. I'm here for y'all. We here. We gonna cut up. It's Friday. We talking about millennials and relationships. That good old good love.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be good.
It's going to be crazy. So we're waiting on Whitney Tabor. Yeah. You know, the wild
Team
child.
Tabor.
The realionairess. That's what she calls herself, a realionairess.
I love it.
She'll be here shortly. Today's topic, New Age Love, a deeper inquiry into millennials and their interpretation of intimate relationships. Why is this an important topic? Well, some people say millennials have no fucks to give. And so those relationships are kind of emotionless and usury,
I agree.
right? Some people say, Veronica's here too. Let me just get Veronica in here. VC!
Hey, y'all.
What's
Hey,
up,
VC.
boo thing?
Friday to y'all.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Are you ready for this crazy ass topic? I'm sure you got it, yeah?
I'm ready for the crazy ass topic, yeah.
So, welcome Veronica Conway into the fray.
Hey, girl.
More Virgo power.
Yes, yes.
So let me do this really quickly. Let me run off some questions to frame up the topic, and then I want to hear you guys' opinion. Are millennials a generation who are losing their ability to love?
This is Aarona Lopez, and I say yes.
I'm just saying. Is that true? True or false? Relationship titles are no longer cool for the millennials. Hey, we don't have to label this shit nothing. Just bring that thing and put it on this thing. Put your thing on the dang-a-lang. Jang-lang. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, is that the new millennial get down? Is that what it is? True or false? Millennials are a generation reared on technology and choice. This is how they interface. I mean, they don't even talk on the phone. They talk through text, right? And you know how many relationships have ended from a misinterpreted text? That ain't even real communication. But for millennials, apparently it is. This nigga just sent me an emoji. What? Okay. This nigga really cares. I don't... Do millennials lack empathy? Technology has an effect where it isolates and insulates. My profile, my IG, online dating, all types of shit is just in the way, I think. What could millennials learn from their grandpappy and mammy's relationship? What's missing that maybe they could pick up from grandpappy and grandmammy? I need to hear you guys' opinion. Do millennials have a more difficult time meeting qualified candidates for intimate relationships? We used to just go to church, or I'll meet you outside the boys' club. Some real simple shit. Meet me at Chuck E. Cheese or Showbiz. I'm just saying, is it just...
Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm just saying, it's just hard now for motherfuckers to meet each other? Jump in and talk to me about these millennials and their relationship woes. Will they be single forever? Curse you niggas. I'm going to get with all of the women you... No, I'm just kidding. I want to know, though, what is the issue? Because I got a young 18-year-old, 19, he'll be 19 this year, couple months. I want to know, man, like, what's in store for him? Is he going to have a gang of baby mamas? I mean, what's the deal? Talk to me, Veronica Conway.
Well, I am raising two millennials. I have a 19-year-old and a 22-year-old, a girl, and my 22-year-old is my girl. And I would definitely say that in my observation of them, and we talk a lot about dating and relating and all that stuff because I wanted them to be quite prepared. And I would say, yeah, there's much more of hookup culture, right? So there's hookup culture. Like my daughter went off to college, right? She went off to an Ivy League college. It's super hookup culture. Like, it's not dating culture, even though the women are trying to get the MRS degree. They're trying to get a ring on it. They've been groomed from birth to get a ring on it. But in general, if you look at like the larger interaction between young men and young women, it's hookup culture. So there's a lot less permanence, or a lot less courting, a lot less dating, a lot less getting to know.
It's put that thing on this thing. Red Panda.
Yes.
One thing that you said earlier that I can relate with is the text messaging being a huge form of communication in dating now. It's like, even social media, I feel like social media has made us socially awkward. Like, we don't know how to have real conversations anymore. It's just like Twitter fragments.
Say it again. Say more.
How social media has made us socially awkward.
She's preaching.
I don't know. Let me just say this. The last 3 guys that I seriously tried to date, their major form of communication with me was liking Instagram pics and texting.
That means I like you.
Right. Like, oh, I just liked your Instagram pic today. I know what's up with you. It's like, no, Negro, why didn't you hit me up and say, how's your day going? I saw how your day's going. I just looked at your Snapchat. Like, social media is just making shit socially awkward. And then I'm almost nervous that if I meet a guy that isn't into all that shit, I'll be looking at him like something's wrong with him. Like, what do you mean? You want to talk?
I'm going to bring in Reverend Bishop Deacon Sister Lopez.
Let me put this down.
We need
Periscope
for
thing.
you to preach to these youngsters
Let's
about
stop.
what it means to be in a relationship. Holla at them.
Let me holler at the youngsters right quick. First of all, shout out to everybody on Periscope tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in to Dash Radio. Listen, millennials, get your shit together, okay? Y'all need to learn how to old school Mac a bitch down. What is wrong with y'all? Okay? Y'all need to go back to school. Y'all need to go to pimp school and learn how to talk and create communication with women so we can get what we want and y'all can get what y'all want. Do y'all understand? Back in the day, bitches used to be cold. Bitches used to be so cold that grown ass men had a song in their heart.
Say it now. Say it.
Stevie Wonder, I was made to love her.
I was made to love this one right here. This one.
The lyrics of the song go, I was born in Learn Rock, had a childhood sweetheart. When the last time you called a bitch a sweetheart instead of a hoe?
Yeah,
when is the last time you had a song in your heart? Niggas had lottie-dies about bitches. All you hear is, back in the day,
hallelujah,
we had Otis Redding talking about try a little tenderness. Ladies, when the last time a nigga been tender with you? When the last time a nigga understood what you had to say, how you felt?
Yes, sir.
These days, you can have a man's baby. You can have a man's seed.
Yes.
You can have a man's child, and he's still gonna make your pussies overrated. Future?
Oh.
Where's Khalifa? I'm babysitting this motherfucker. I am breastfeeding a nigga who looks just like you. I am breastfeeding. He look like you. He got my blood in you. I'm your baby mama, and you putting diss tracks on wax. We are living in an era where people put diss tracks on wax about their baby mama like we wasn't in love. Y'all need to go back and learn how to mac a bitch down, millennials. This shit is sad. This shit is tired.
I'm just gonna say, anybody disagree?
I rebuke
I want to
you.
hear the men. You cannot let Aarona come up in here and just claim your motherfucking territory. She done shit on rocks and pissed on shit. She done marked this whole thing up now.
I know. I'm like, when was the last time I felt tender?
Right. Y'all can't let her come in here and do this to y'all. But I do have more questions. 844-55-1. That is the number to dial. She just rebuked all pimps in the game right now. Somebody call in right now.
I want to hear your questions, though. I know they're going to be juicy.
No, these questions here. My question is, what you just said when you broke down, not learn how to talk to women, right? I blame a lot of it on the music, the trap music and all of this. You used a lot of musical examples.
Exactly.
Stevie Wonder. And I always say, the music contains the social game rule, right? You had to know how to talk. I'm going to say, has technology limited the millennial man's ability to really speak to a woman, right? Like really connect through his conversation.
Yes.
Yeah? And try a little tenderness. Nowadays, you a simp. Nowadays, if you show a woman some tenderness, call a girl a sweetheart or something like that, you's a little bitch yourself. Somebody speak on it, 844-55-1. The producer, Chris, is a little disappointed right now. He just sent a question. He said, men conform to what women like. Are you saying women like simps?
Some of us do.
Ooh.
You just can't be a simp all the time. Some of us, we need you to be, have feelings and have a little gangster in your style. We want you. Seriously, we want to know that if we were in trouble.
Listen, hold on. I got to stop you.
Okay, stop me.
What the hell? Who watches Game of Thrones?
Not I, said the cat.
Okay. There's a lot of motherfuckers, millions of motherfuckers out here watch Game of Thrones. I know my caller on the line watches it. Let me just say, that little white girl with the blonde hair, you know what I'm talking about. She raised dragons. She couldn't control the motherfucking dragons. How you gonna say, I want my man to be a little raw dog? You can't have a dragon chained up somewhere. This nigga gonna tear shit up. He gonna burn shit up. He gonna burn you. You can't. That's the problem with women. Women want all the fucked up shit, but they don't want it to touch them. You can't have that bad dude, cause he can't be. Is this? Yes.
Literally.
This is my music here.
The Game of Thrones music.
Right. You can't have that kind of dude and expect him to be tame. That's the problem with women. Y'all always trying to tame somebody.
I would like to interject right there because that's interesting too. Because me and y'all can't have it all either. You can't have the whole bitch that do porn tricks on you 24/7 and then turn around and have the lady that ain't nobody ever tapped.
Oh, wait a minute.
And we all been fucking for a decade, huh?
Yes, we can.
No, you can't.
Let me tell you how we do that.
Y'all can have that, but we can't have.
Let me tell you how we do it.
Okay, tell me.
It's what we do. You could go to church and get it all in one woman.
I'm so through with the church.
They the biggest hoes.
Right.
Or you can get your ice princess and have a porn star on the side cheating.
See, we gonna cheat. But if we cheat, a man
cheating.
gonna stump our ears together. Do you hear me? We can't cheat. We can't do what y'all do.
This girl from Chicago. Christ
God
alive.
damn.
Hello, Dr. Dre is from LA. Hello, Easy E. Hello.
We
Okay.
just had a show about this, about the kind of men that women want. Remember me, Veronica, and Whitney all had differing opinions on it?
Right.
It's the same shit. So I can kind of agree with Chris with men to a certain extent being what they think they want us to be or what we want them to be.
That's a good point. Veronica?
I think that this is it's so much more nuanced. In other words, when you go back to why when you're talking about like why it gets all lost in translation in social media, it's because real communication, I'm going to say real love, real exchange of energy, it's in the nuances of communication. It's in the nuances of feeling, right? It's not, and so that gets lost in translation. It's kind of like the way they've converted all the music into MP3s. You lose all the nuance.
Right.
So now, if men are not required to communicate nuance to get pussy, right? Because it's all flattened and it's all like 140 digits and MP3s. Then it all becomes kind of garbage, doesn't it? Like
Right.
relating becomes kind of garbage, just like all the other things have become garbage.
Oh, this is big. This is huge. Listen, I be talking to these Africans. You better listen to these niggas from the continent, you understand? These niggas from the continent got great game. I said, brother, what's the difference between the sisters here and the sisters in Africa?
What'd he say?
Brother man said, the sisters here too fucking forward, too direct, too aggressive. And then he said, brothers here would not get pussy in Africa because they're too forward and too direct. He said, you got to beat around the bush with an African girl. Because he said, the modesty level is different. You'll embarrass her talking about that thing. Listen here, Congo bush.
But don't they have like 10 wives in Africa?
But there's a cultural difference.
I can see that.
You see what I'm saying?
I can honestly see that.
Because seduction. Because there's a thing called seduction. And in seduction, we actually take our time to sort of seduce and conquer over time, not out of the gate.
You better say that, Veronica. She's speaking some truth. In Cuba, that's their whole thing. That the seduction is the key word of relationships, attracting and connecting. They believe in the power and the art of seduction. It's about taking your time, enjoying the sexy. You hear that, millennials?
Damn,
Men
the
and
Lion
women,
King.
by the way. That's men and women that do that, by the way. Not
True.
It's not relegated to one side. And so that's the art of love has been lost because we've lost the art of nuance, communication, and seduction.
Can you imagine if a nigga was standing outside your window singing this,
I would love
serenading
that.
you
I would love
for the
that.
pussy? Turn this up. He's outside.
That's good
He's
shit,
outside
nigga.
of Ashonti's house right now.
I would love that.
He got a little choir with him.
A little white flag.
Is he in a leaf costume now?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm with
Leaf
it.
costume?
You know, the leaf loincloth.
Oh, just one.
Yeah, just the loincloth with the little
Okay.
leaf on it.
Ashanti says,
Does he have abs?
and Ashanti says, what does this mean? And he says, it means bring that box down here. Callers, get to your line. How do you raise a millennial? How are they interfacing?
Yeah.
What is the meaning of their relationships? We got callers on the line. Let's go to Ronan. He's from Naptown. Line 3. Ronan, you're in the building. Speak on this, man.
What up, family?
Hey, Ronan.
What up, pimple still skin?
Hey, Ronan.
I'm doing well, and this is
one of the better topics that needs to be discussed because there is a great divide from, our generation versus what's going on right now. And I think a lot of them have been neutered by access and distance. Because
this nigga always trying to be deep. You hear this nigga? This
Ronan spits some fire, though.
In 2 weeks, this nigga gonna have his own show.
He sound like he passed the ACT test.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, access and distance simultaneously. Yes.
The thing is,
Say more.
Like, not only did the songs teach you how to basically slow walk to that pussy, you were more intimate. You had more time to know somebody. A lot of these millennials don't have any idea what it's like to slow dance in the basement as red lights. Or
you remember that?
Yes, sir. All that they don't remember like coming home from school and clothes burning, any of that nonsense, or writing letters to them.
Hold on, Ronan. Ronan, hold on 1 second. You first off, we got to acknowledge that powerful point. They don't know how to slow dance. Let's get a slow dance break real quick. Let's go.
Imagine you feeling on her booty right now.
Just grab that ass right now.
Cheek to cheek, slow grinding. Who remember the slow grind?
This is weird.
This is back when heavy petting was a thing. Remember that?
Yeah, you remember frontage?
Heavy petting. Nobody knows what that means.
She's a millennial. She don't know what this is.
Dry
I like
humping.
slow grinding.
Anybody remember that? Remember you thought you was pregnant because you dry humped somebody too hard? Remember
No.
that? Come on now. We've all been there.
I do that now.
You used to be so young, dry humping.
That is hilarious.
You thought something went down because it got hot. Damn, you was like, I should check and see if I'm pregnant because you ain't know. You ain't want to tell your mama.
Ronan, speak on it, Ronan, man. That was a hell of a point, man. We couldn't let that slide. Say more.
Well, the thing is like, back then we had to learn to appreciate, that time spent. Like, we made the most of our time. Like, we went over there, we rode a bike across town, met up. You had, y'all sitting there listening to music in the background. Even if y'all had time to, like, really build something together, then when you got together, it meant something. Nowadays, there's nothing but thought pockets out here. It's just like a microwave relationship.
Pockets? What kind of filling is in a thought pocket?
What you just did. Gas.
You bite into it and it queefs? What's going on?
They say back then, like, you would talk about building something. You was like, what are you doing, after high school or something? And relationships tend to last. Now, life happened. But now you just got people who figure their interest, or actually their worth is worth 1,000 likes. And the people who put those likes don't even fucking like them. They just want to fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Wow. So it's really just about sex. They call this the hookup culture. Hey, Ronan, thank you for the call. We appreciate it, brother. Thanks for playing the game with us. Listen, call us and bring your city into the building. Ronan just brought Naptown in the building. The number to dial is
844-55-1.
Get on your phones. Let's hear it, man. The millennial relationship is crazy. I want to know, do millennials go into relationship more so than, say, older people, go into a relationship already planning the end of it? Ashonti?
I don't think so. But what I will say is when you're younger, it's easier to get into a relationship because you don't really know where you're at or what you want. Whereas like today, it's hard as fuck. I'm picky. I mean, I wish I was a little bit younger because I feel like it would be easier for me to just get with somebody without thinking about it.
Picky.
I disagree.
I'm a lot pickier now. When I was younger, I had a boyfriend like every other week. It was a different type of world. Now it's like, what does he do? What's his conversation like? It's just different. Dating as a millennial to me is easier.
Interesting.
I always was
her mic.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
I always marched to the beat of my own drummer. It was never easy for me. Never.
Really?
Yeah. Because, for me, I was always the chick where I had this ass since I was about 9.
And the ass
okay. It's
She's
intimidating.
kinda fatty.
I'm just going to tell you right now.
They're raising their hands right now.
There's an ass war going on in here between Ashonti's ass and Aarona's ass.
My
And
ass is concealed today.
Ashanti's ass is a Crip, and Aarona's ass is straight blood Pyru. This shit is.
Why did asses got to fight though? Why
just
can't
saying
we be
it's-
asses united in the struggle?
Well, I would like to see the two asses united. Those four cheeks together would be awesome. But anyway, continue, Aarona. Jesus.
No, I'm just saying, ever since I can remember, I always had the qualities that were intimidating. I always have been a pretty, smart, adept person. So you couldn't come to me with bullshit conversation. You couldn't keep my attention if you weren't funny. And because of those qualities, I couldn't just date anybody. People had to put their best foot forward. I think that's what made my challenge beforehand, but people would actually make the effort before. I
Wait
think
a
in
minute.
today's
You're telling
world,
me
yes.
the millennials
Yeah.
really don't have no criteria. It's just.
I'm saying, like,
she
before the
said she
millennials,
did.
I did. And I used to still get dudes hollering at me, but it was never really easy to obtain somebody and be in a relationship for me. But now it's even more difficult. It was difficult. Now it's real difficult because it's just like, oh, bitch, we got the tribe, bitch. The internet is free. Porn is free. This is free. This is this. Like, so they have so much access.
You one of
now.
them Rubik's Cube bitches.
I'm
I'm
not
not
a
gonna
Rubik's
try
Cube.
to. I'm not gonna try to figure you out. It's too much free pussy.
Well, that's how they look at me now. That's not how
Right.
they looked at me before. They was like, "Oh, this bitch is a challenge, and she fun as fuck." Wow! If I could figure out, I can fuck. Let me do it.
Wow.
Now
Hey,
they don't even try.
Veronica, your thought? She brings up
my
something
daughter,
heavy.
I look at this through the lens of my daughter because when she was younger and she's 22, when she was going to all white private schools, I told her, none of these little white boys are going to step to you because they ain't got no swag over out here in Marin County, California. So don't internalize that. Don't make that mean anything about you because you're brilliant, you're smart, you're funny, you're gorgeous. Don't worry about it. And so I had to really educate her not to internalize people's lack of interest because of the environment that she was in. But then at the same token, when she went to the East Coast, I was like hyper prepping her because I'm like, okay, the Negroes on the East Coast got a whole other level of game and a whole other level of swag. And, I got to equip her to deal with both sides of the pendulum, like when they ignore you and when they're gunning for you. And how do you deal with each of those, scenarios? So it's interesting because she waited a long time before she even engaged sexually till she was 20 years old, which I think is
commendable.
I think it makes her a unicorn.
Jesus,
yeah.
yeah.
I think she's like a unicorn, right? And she's in a steady relationship now. But I think one of the things that you have to do with young women is you have to support them in having enough self-esteem to be able to deal with whether boys quote unquote pick them or don't pick them.
Ooh,
right?
yes.
Either right or because you can't. Because I was like, I don't want you addicted, so hungry for attention that by the time you get to college, you go buck wild. So it's like, how do you keep their self-esteem moving so that there's no overreaction to not being quote unquote picked? Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Nobody's talking because we're all blown away by.
I always have to take a second and sit after Veronica speaks.
that was so
let me
deep.
just absorb what she's talking about.
Yeah.
What?
Guys, we are talking
like-
about
like a
millennials and
sponge.
relationships. Veronica just dropped a bomb on us. We about to go to break, though. So make sure y'all call us in with y'all questions, 844-55-1.
Niggas.
844-55-1.
Hey, this is Zoe Williams, and you're listening to the Voice of Reason on Hot Button Radio. And DJ, always. That boy right there. That boy good, I told you. That boy good. Boy was born with turntables in his crib. I love it. Today's topic, man, we're talking about the millennials' perspective when it comes to relationship. This new generation, man. They a trip. Did they come up with this concept that love isn't enough? I hear sisters say this shit a lot. Love ain't enough. What the fuck does that mean?
I was just going to say, I don't even think they know it. I don't even think they know what love is these days. Even if a chick is appreciating her body, that's a thirst trap. Like, they don't, like, anything and everything is based around attention. Nothing is actually based on...
For men?
For men and women. Like, everything is based on something attention. Like, the Sierra and Russell thing, that crap. Like everybody saw the pictures and was like, she's trying to get back at him. What if she was just kicking it and paparazzi showed up? The bitch ain't even have a hair comb. Like, why is it about attention?
Fair enough.
Why can't she just be chilling? You know?
I see somebody. You they PR person, huh?
Who?
You be defending.
Who?
I'm telling you right now, y'all call in and get at Aarona because she playing games.
Get
she done
at
said
me.
a couple of things.
Yes.
844-55.
That I want to see what the Zo What Nation has to say about it. True or false? Millennials believe in conditional happiness.
Oh, yes.
Conditional.
True.
Happily ever after.
Nobody believes in unconditional love anymore. You know what? I don't even think that's a millennial problem. I think that's just an American problem now.
Wow.
I don't know if I believe.
Jesus.
To me, that links back to social media and that instant gratification. That's why we're all about conditional shit now. We put something out, we want responses and results right away. If we don't get them, it's like, oh, fuck it. No one loves us.
But then, like, okay, like, even if you think about old school, like,
I got you, Veronica.
the Bible or whatever, like, love is patient, love is kind. It's like, well, how patient, how kind, how
are you supposed to be?
Right. How long suffering? You read long suffering. It's like, how long is long suffering? Like,
hey, let me say, you don't control God's clock. It's gonna be as long as it's supposed to be. Yo, impatient ass. Maybe you gotta pay for what you want with 7.5, 8.5, 10 years or some shit. Maybe that's how
crazy.
God got it set up. Veronica, do you agree or disagree with that notion?
I think it takes what it takes, and I think if you're going to do that, I think there has to be unconditional love. In other words, a lot of times we get together based on our needs and our wounds rather than our love. And so if you're going to do that, the long stretches where you're in sacrifice mode, it better be unconditional love. But I will also say that you got to think about millennials are the kids of the Xers and the boomers, right? And so before, everybody used to get married and stay married. Everybody used to get married and stay married because, A, because of babies, B, because there was no contraception, right? So you got married and stayed married. And then the boomer and the X generation, you saw this proliferation of divorce. People were out for themselves. They wanted to be happy as opposed to do what was kind of socially constructed. And so the millennials are the children of that generation. So they grew up seeing 50% of marriages not work out. So why would they believe in it?
Wow, that's
why would
great.
They believe in it?
That's fire. So check this. We should set up a millennial marriage contract. And it should be, we say this all the time, it should be based on the same principles of a sports contract. 3 years. It's a 3-year deal with a 4th year as an option. Right? If the relationship is banging for 3 years, we sign on that 4th year. We pick up the player option. Right?
I like this.
Right? And if the shit ain't banging, we get up out. Millennials they may be on to something. I keep telling you now, there is no produce in the world that does not rot if you don't use it. Go ahead, Ashonti.
So I have a question. Has the increase in technology and the decrease in the economy stressed people out of love?
Damn. Stressed people. You know, money
The
is always
increase in
going.
technology and the decrease in economy.
I'm going to say no. Because people get pregnant when it ain't no work. People shack up and cohabitate when there's nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? When you get stressed out and you don't have no answers, it's time to fuck somebody.
But see,
Huh?
fucking somebody is cool.
But you feel like, okay, for example, your money ain't right, your career ain't right, technology is overwhelming you. That's when you go into I at least want to find somebody who love me. Let me get that area together.
Ooh, but what you're explaining to me sounds like a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, yeah, I'm going to fuck somebody. But fucking somebody is one thing. Having a baby is another thing when you broke.
True.
Because there's a lot of going on when ain't no money because feels good.
Right.
But then when the period is missed and you already sharing a bowl of cream of wheat, that's when it turns into...
That's real.
It turns into, oh, shit. What have I done? Right? Exactly. You could have just chilled in that difficult moment, right? Instead of.
But why does the concept of Netflix and chill even exist if people ain't doing that? You know, if that ain't a real way out for emotion.
Well, shit, the rich man and the poor man share the orgasm.
The rich man and the poor man share the
That's
orgasm.
the only thing they share. They don't share the same lifestyle, but they both can nut.
I like that. Get down.
Listen, we got callers. This shit about to get crazy, man. Hold on. Baby can't be born of unconditional love if you broke.
I agree with that.
I'm trying to tell you, it's not like
Why
people are,
not?
because people are, listen, this is America. This is capitalism.
Yep.
Capitalism is like a religion. Don't think capitalism doesn't infect every decision you make in this motherfucker.
I have
So
a
if
cousin
you
that don't
broke-
got no money.
And what it takes to raise a baby. It takes $2 million in money and energy and
got
effort to raise a child. $2 million. So that's what's up. So
Broken humping.
if you're not up for that, then don't be up for it. Really.
Really, don't get up.
That sounds like a quote I heard where it's like capitalism without bankruptcy is like Christianity without the hell. Ain't that deep?
God damn.
Right?
Listen, these phone calls is crazy. Let's get to them right now. Let's go to line 3 out of D.C. What up?
Oh, hey, what's up, pimp?
Mike. What's up, pimp?
He just nutted.
What's up? Man? Who's the guest y'all got on the show? Hey, her voice sexy as a motherfucker.
Really, Mike? You like Aarona? Her name is Aarona.
Yeah.
Aarona Lopez.
Hi, baby.
Nice to meet you, babe.
Now this nigga tried to slip it into. Nice to meet you, baby. Little baby Rollo. Get her, Rollo.
Yeah, this is a brilliant topic, though. I ain't gonna lie, cause I have a niece. She's like 21. I guess that counts as a millennial.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I got a boyfriend, and I was like, oh. She's like, I got a boyfriend, and I think I plan on marrying him. And I was like, oh, is he cool? She was like, oh, he got a good job. So the automatic qualifier was he got a good job. She didn't really name anything about his character or his substance or his essence. Like, at least back in the day, if a woman liked it a boy, or if her parents asked the girl about her, like back when y'all was young, y'all could name his favorite color. Y'all can name his favorite team. She didn't know nothing about this guy, so she was like already on the path of superficiality with this guy. And I was like, damn. So I just think that's the difference in millennials for women.
First off, Mike, we digress. Your motherfucking ass yous liked it, and everybody in here damn near fell out their chair. We was listening.
Did you peep how he tried to use superficiality to cover up the fact that he fucked up with the liked it?
She liked it, him.
Panties up. You hear me? Panties up.
That's all right, Mike. We got
That's
you,
an Urban
dog.
Dictionary, man. Urban Dictionary.
Hey, we love you, Mike. Shit, we love Mike, man.
We fuck with you. We love you. We playing.
No, but on a real note, I mean, that's part of it. If you have aspirations on getting a particular kind of bag, you might have to marry a nigga with means.
With means.
I'm saying. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. Thanks for the call, Mike. We appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Mike.
We got to keep it moving. Let's go to line 4. We don't know who this is, but let's give him a chance. Speak on it. Pittsburgh, you're in the building. All right, then. Assalamu alaikum. Call he'll never again. Let's go to Houston, line 6. Joe, what up, Joe? Joe?
Yo.
What's up, Joe?
What's up, Joe?
How you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
We hanging.
Hello.
What's your thought on this?
I think millennials are picture people because they was raised by picture people. And the difference is I was raised by my grandparents. So they basically taught me real people have a real life. They do real shit. They too busy living. Picture people just take pictures when they show up to look good and don't never do shit.
Picture people.
I like this.
Wow.
That's
Well,
interesting.
There you go, Joe.
Picture people.
You just a picture people.
Oh, picture ass.
Oh, picture nigga. I see you over there posing and shit.
That show up
Right.
Yeah. I got that. That's dope.
These days, you don't even have to really be nowhere. You could be somewhere for 30 seconds, take a picture, leave, and act like you was there kicking it the entire night. This is what I did. I got it in. Who knows?
Nigga, you was just on the gray carpet.
Right.
You didn't even make it to the red one. I'm just saying. It's whack, man. Hey, I appreciate the call. Thanks, Joe, for hanging on the line. We appreciate it. Listen, if you want to bring your city into the building and join Pittsburgh, Houston, Indianapolis, and D.C., get on the line right now. 844-55-1. We want to know this millennial. We ain't going to call it millennial no more. We going to call it newfangled. This old newfangled style relationships. Tired of you niggas creating new rules and shit. Let me just say this. Are millennials more likely to indulge in a bisexual triangle?
Yes.
Yikes.
It's a cool thing to be bi now.
Hey, girl, bring your little cousin in here.
Remember back in the day when I used to be scandalous? You'd be like, wow. These days, you'd be like, yeah. We just hear of it so much.
I had my taco tasting phase. I mean, 90% of the girls you talk to now. Yes, I've eaten pussy. Yes, yeah. I was in college. No, now I was at the Girl Scouts.
Oh, come on.
Shit gets bad now.
God damn.
Oh, boy. Wow.
Listen.
Corey Holcomb says he believes 60% of women are eating pussy.
It's a delicacy now. I'll have some fugu and some pussy. Huh? What?
Shout out to Corey Holcomb.
No, it's a real situation. You got to get used to it now. The old ways of relating are dying.
So what do we do? Relationship expert?
Shit. Nobody's an expert. I always challenge people who call themselves a relationship expert. You can't be the expert of somebody else's shit.
True.
Now, you could be a signpost. Like, for instance, is the stop sign the expert at stopping? No. It's just a sign. Now, you can ignore that motherfucker, right? And experience the consequences of running a red light into traffic or some bullshit. But don't nobody get out and worship the stop sign for stopping them.
No.
But it has saved lives.
Of course, but no, but it's a part of our everyday life, and we just go on as if whatever. But we don't do that with relationship people. We be holding them up on a pedestal. All they're doing is pointing. That's it.
True.
You don't worship the stop sign. Don't worship the pointer.
You better get on down.
I'm just saying.
Y'all just gonna keep dropping these jewels on us.
It's what we do. Jesus. Veronica, did you disagree with that?
About relationship gurus?
Yeah, because you got to do all the work anyway. It's not like the relationship guru is doing the work for you.
Yeah, the only person I would say on earth is a true relationship guru, and he would never even call himself that, is Nichama, because he's not even really looking at, he's dealt with over 4,000 women. He's probably dealt with 3,000 couples.
Wow.
And gone in where angels dare not tread, and he reads the energetics of the situation and the real sexuality. And he would never even call himself a relationship expert, but because he's been in the cut so much, I would say out of anybody that can break down a relationship, it's that man right there. Oh. I would say he's one, but he's a unicorn in the universe.
A unicorn. I'm going to Connecticut right now. Line 1, LB. You're on. What is going on?
Hey, what up, LB? What up, Zoe?
What's happening, man?
Hey, I guess I'm considered one of these newfangles because I'm 23.
You out there doing it, ain't you, boy?
I'm living a little bit.
You out there doing it, boy. I know it, huh?
Oh, my God.
I want you to sit over there, girl. I'll be done with this one in a minute. You sit right there. You want some orange juice? There's a little brown refrigerator right next to the couch. You get in there, get a little cranberry. Cranberry good for women, right? Get your little cranberry. I'll be with you shortly, okay?
Pineapple juice, too.
Hey, the thing my mama told me was, if you're going to do it, wrap up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you don't have no kids out here. So we good so far. You know what I mean? I'm shooting 100% right now.
Wow.
Feel me? What I wanted to say about us newfangles though is being in love really is different now in our age because we live in a very social media driven world where it didn't happen or I don't love you if I'm not putting it on social media. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's just the world we live in where you can get a woman, you can take a woman to Ruth Chris or some fancy ass restaurant, and people don't think up of your relationship unless you post it and they see it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's great.
And now women want to be shown off. Not only shown off, hold your hand or show you that you're my girl in public, but on social media now. You know what I'm saying? How many arguments do you see where women are like, well, you don't post me up or you don't do this and that, and that's
so you telling me?
Angles.
Let me understand this, LB. You telling me right now that for a newfangled male or woman, new age, millennial love, you motherfuckers are really signing up to be each other's social media manager.
Exactly.
Because this password shit is big too, especially with Ashley Madison.
Mm-hmm.
This password shit is gigantic right now.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you had that CEO on your show.
Yeah, Noel Biederman.
If he was coy mouth, I bet you got more problems than that now.
No, Corey asked him. Corey asked him a very powerful question, and that was,
Have you ever cheated?
No, it was, what is the state of your relationship? Can you say you have a perfect relationship, and have you ever cheated? And he said, my relationship is a fairy tale relationship, and I've never cheated on my wife. And he was like, but how can you do that and then run a business that's predicated on married people cheating?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, hey, man, we appreciate the call. Thank you so much for reaching out. Hey, the phone lines are open, 844-55-1. That's the number to dial. Aarona, are you telling me that nowadays, when you get in a relationship with somebody, you got to worry about their cell phone, their Facebook, their IG? You can't believe, I done had so many people reach out to me and say, man, I need to talk to you. I need relationship counseling. I need this, and that, or whatever, around what I found in his DM.
Social media, unfortunately, is going to get somebody killed. Like, it is a big deal now. Like, we need validation at this point, because even if a relationship is cool because you know what you got and y'all know what y'all got, at some point, if y'all not acknowledging that, somebody gonna feel a certain kind of way. If it's not the girl, it's gonna be the guy.
Can't I just acknowledge you? Why I gotta acknowledge you on my little personal space? What if social media is my man cave? You not allowed in there.
I'm cool with that, but we living in a world of man crush Mondays and woman crush Wednesdays. Whereas if I'm supposed to be your main or you my main and I don't put you, then I got something to hide instantly. Whether it's because maybe I want to respect my privacy, I don't have anybody. I don't need them to know. Because the minute women start posting a man, they feeling. That's when we put a sign out for other bitches to go, she getting that good dick over there. And we don't want to do that if we like you. But the man don't understand that in today's age.
Oh, God.
I'm serious. The man don't understand that.
Good.
So there's a such thing as good dick flyers?
Yes.
Good dick memes.
That's hilarious.
But men, y'all don't understand that on your side. All you know is, you ain't make me your man crush Mondays. What you got to hide? It's just like, I don't have nothing to hide. I just don't want these bitches knowing that I fuck with you. Because then they going to be trying to get with you.
So say you, you,
That's the ticket.
Say you and little Slush Cube over here. We're dating. That's miniature Ice Cube. Slush Cube. Right?
I like it.
You and Slush Cube were together, right?
Sounds soft.
Me and Slurpee, we kicking it.
Right? Y'all together, right?
Right.
And then he posts a woman crush Wednesday, and it's not you.
Okay.
How are you gonna take that?
If she famous, I'm not gonna care.
No, if she's just a regular girl, but she fine as hell. I mean, fine as Persian frog hair.
I would ask, who is that? Because you're promoting something. You're putting it out. This is who I got a crush on, and I'm seeing her. It's like, okay, well, where'd this crush come from? You know what I mean? But I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, some things you have to take with a grain of salt, because then you gonna turn into a crazy person over like minuscule things. You just...
Ashonti, ask this question, and Veronica and Aarona, please answer this question.
So,
This shit is crazy.
do women use social media to mark their territory?
I think men and women do. What?
You heard what the question was. Don't try to reframe it.
Yes. We'll start with a yes.
Thank you.
Y'all, they was trying. So you know what? They asked me this so they could promote the bullshit they own in their personal lives. I was like, yes. And they was like, see, we knew they was doing that. It's like, you just wanted to hear somebody say it.
They needed that validation.
Yeah, they needed that.
I just want to know.
Zoe girl, that was for you.
I'm just
Chris
saying,
girl, that was for you.
I'm just saying, men don't know how y'all get down.
Men do it too, though.
Really?
Yes.
I've never promoted a woman.
I think men do it to micromanage their hoes. I think men do it, they got to keep this side chick happy, this side chick happy, this main girl happy. So it's a plethora of, they have a catalog. They manage a catalog.
Veronica, answer that for us.
Yikes!
This is good.
That women do that. I think it's a form of control, and I think managing relationships on social media is sort of by definition a recipe for disaster.
Mm-mm.
In other words, because then you have to spend time trying to manage somebody's social media presence in their lives. I just think that we spend too much time trying to manage other people around this shit rather than being in a relationship with them. I don't care if a man is attracted to somebody other than me.
How about
I don't care if he finds something else sexually attractive other than me. That's less about me and my own value, and it's more about him and what he's attracted to, which is none of my business to manage.
Wow.
It's none of my business.
But see,
I agree with that.
And you know what she's saying?
I agree with
what
that.
she's saying is social media and Snoop Dogging his motherfucking social media profiles and looking into what he's doing is the same thing as you walking down the street with him and a piece of beauty with a fat ass walk by and he watches it.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know how many
That's
women
disrespectful.
go? There we go.
I don't feel that way. I honestly
So
don't
if
feel
you were
that
walking
way.
with your man and there was a girl with a fat ass that walked by
That
and
was
he
juicy.
broke his neck to turn around and look,
Oh.
you wouldn't feel no kind of way.
I would feel
That's
no
a
kind of
lie.
way.
Y'all better get to
That's
the
a
Listen to me.
lie.
Listen to
Come
me.
on.
Listen to me. This
At
is
least
my
be
real
real.
shit. Listen.
Get turned on.
Thank you. I am not offended by that because if he don't look, and I know I saw it too, I'm gonna be like, "What's wrong with him?"
It's different looking and breaking your neck, is what I said.
But this is what I'm saying.
But what?
Listen,
He likes ass. He's supposed to like ass.
I would get
It's not
turned
that
on.
serious.
You know what I'm saying?
Frankly.
That means
Maybe
he
I
gonna
just
tear
don't
you
like
up
corn
later,
dogs.
Veronica. That means he gonna tear you up because he ain't gonna
listen. This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
A lot of times, man, you guys, women block out the masculinity of men through their own insecurity.
You guys would
The
look at us
natural-
crazy for complimenting a guy on his jeans or shoes. You guys would feel a kind of way.
If you said, yo, imprint swipe on your jeans, the swipe imprint is very nice, brother. You walking down the street, I'm with my man. I see the imprint of your swipe.
You wouldn't feel no way.
I would be like, God damn you, woman. But we're not doing that. We're just...
No, women aren't doing that
No,
to you
but
guys.
we are not doing that to you guys. We're just glancing. We're like, ooh, shit.
Glancing
okay.
is different than breaking your neck, is what I said. I've
That's
seen
part of who we
niggas
are.
break their neck while they're with their girl.
Can I jump on her?
Get on in
Go
there.
ahead, VC.
All right. So the thing is, I want to speak about it in
lying.
the context of real sexual energy that is allowed to remain uncramped and undistorted. So there's no conflict between sex and sex. There's no, in other words, attraction and magnetism and being moved by beauty or being moved by masculinity or getting wet because a man is hot. That is a normal human set of reactions in the universe. It's only in a crazy-ass culture where we start to make it about, well, no, because you're my property, and this is mine, and that's mine, and that's, right? Oh, because you're my property, then you don't get to engage in feelings that are actually very powerful and very human.
I agree,
I
Veronica.
want to
agree.
go back to
then-
Ashonti.
So then
Go back to
we end up
Ashonti.
doing all this management. So then we end up doing all this management about shit that don't matter.
Go back to Ashonti.
I can agree with...
Ashonti, let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Is your man your property.
No. See, that's the thing. I don't think I own my man. I don't even want the responsibility of owning all that my man is. But at the same time, and I'm not saying I've experienced this, but it's foul. We're walking down the street, we're having a conversation, and a girl with a fat ass walks by, and he feels like he needs to bust his whole neck to look like, nigga, it's not that serious. I'm just not attracted to horn dogs, maybe.
What is he going to say after he does that? Like, he breaks his neck, right? He looks at the ass, and then he jumps back in the conversation. Like, what did you lose in that moment?
It's not about me losing anything. It's about, why is it that serious?
So do you ask him?
I haven't experienced this,
but
it
girl,
would be foul. It would be foul.
Okay, but
you guys are saying, you and Veronica are saying, you guys don't care if your man idolizes another woman online. Cool, that's cool. I don't mind the WCWs either. But you guys are also saying, if you were walking with your man and a girl that was attractive walked by and he busts his neck to look, you wouldn't feel no way about it.
I don't even know.
I wouldn't feel no way about it, because guess what? We walking, we going where we going. That looked happened. We gonna continue doing what he doing. Did he stop and go get her number? Like, did he? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
but
he
so
looked at
listen
her.
to this. Listen to this. Wait. Listen to this. Listen to this. The engineer just gave me a note that said respect.
Exactly. Respect is huge.
So let me say this. You do know respect is subjective.
Also huge. We just had a conversation earlier.
It just depends on what side of the hologram you're looking at. So is Veronica skiing? I don't know what's going on.
Am I what?
Are you skiing? What's going on? We just hear. I'm like, she's
sorry.
trying to wait?
No, I'm sorry. I have a new headset. I'm sorry. I'm getting used to my new headset. Sorry.
Okay, I thought Nichama was over there.
We got excited.
Yeah. No, that would be exciting. Can I ask a question?
Yes. Let me just finish the statement, and then I'm gonna come right to you.
All right.
But I was just saying, respect is subjective, right? So, from the perspective of Aarona and Veronica, they're saying him looking at a girl is part of what masculinity is. And it doesn't offend me because that's what a man is. Coming back to Ashonti's perspective, that is disrespectful to me because my man would respect, which is subjective, my feelings on it.
Not to look, to break his neck is what I'm talking about.
But see, even the nuance of breaking your neck is subjective. Because he could say, well, shit, I didn't break my neck. I just made sure I gotta, you gotta understand. Let me just be real. Can we just go 100 right now?
Let's do it.
When we fucking, that little image is playing in our head too.
All the asses you done stared at?
Hell yeah.
You guys are
now, if you like,
minds.
let me just say, if you like rock hard dick, we gonna need that little video bite.
Oh, boy.
I'm just saying.
I require a different type of man. Looking is looking, but breaking your neck to look at the next girl is disrespectful because I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay, Veronica.
And we could say it's about ego. That's what it's about. But I wouldn't do that to him and his ego.
Okay. Veronica, good point.
Here's what I'm saying is available to women that give up spending their life force and energy trying to legislate the thoughts, behavior, and penis and attention of a man. When you stop spending all of your life force trying to manage him in that, guess what? You become so vibrant, so delicious, so sexual, so magnetic that you cannot get out of the way of men. And so all I'm saying is that you're paying the price to manage a motherfucker when really if you just manage yourself and gave up managing him, you'd have all of the alpha male penis you could possibly handle.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me come back. Are you saying a woman who is trying to manage her man is really not managing him, but really trying to manage her insecurities?
Her fear, and all of the energy that goes into that, if she were just allowing it to make her own self orgasmic and vibrant and powerful, if she were to acknowledge her own sexual inclination, she'd be so powerful and vibratory she couldn't get out of the way of men. That's what I'm saying we're sacrificing by being legislative.
Aarona. Somebody fix Arona's mic. Lord have mercy. We got to
Can I just say this, though? Because this happens to me a lot. I will be walking alone or whatever the case, and a guy is with his girl and he is constantly trying to look all up and through my ass. And I personally feel bad for the girlfriend. I don't look at it like, oh, you're sexually empowered because your man's trying to look all down my ass. It's disrespectful to me. I feel the ownership thing. I'm with Veronica there 150%, but I'm just not there yet.
I love it. Stand on your truth. Your truth is, nigga, don't break your neck.
Don't be a little weird ass horn dog, nigga.
Hey, don't say anything negative about really horny men. It's part of masculinity. It's what we do. Listen,
around with your little pink thing out.
Guess what? Exactly.
Ew.
What if he didn't look at all? You
Then
got
that
to
would
question
be weird
that
because
too.
I'm looking too.
You got to question that. Oh, you get to look, but he can't.
We can both look, but we're
God,
not going
oh
to
my
do
God.
anything so drastic outside of us to make somebody else feel like they're even getting
Listen,
down with
don't
it.
use your subtle feminine spy techniques as a template for how men should look.
What I'm hearing is, I can look because I trust me. You can't look because I don't trust you.
Looking and breaking neck. It's two different things.
No. But it's the same thing because you can't tell me how my look. Because that's going back to the micromanaging thing. My looking, if I'm looking, I got to look with a slow, quick glance or slow. I can't just turn and go, ooh, that ass, and you know what I'm saying. Now
we're
DJ,
in Dash
hold on one
right
second.
now, but
Hold
this
on.
is not real life.
Hold on, DJ. I want to dedicate this record to Ashanti. Cut our mics.
Break your neck.
Literally.
Right here is snarl your freaking head.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason. We just had to acknowledge Ashanti. You do not get to break your neck with Ashanti. You don't get to break your neck. You don't get to do it. You with Ashanti, you better keep that neck erect. Keep that neck straight. So listen, we got a gang of phone calls. I want to get to our callers. But also, we just was joined by one of the world's foremost transformational life coaches. A good friend of mine, used to be a comedian back in the day, but now he's this, I mean, when I tell you, I even sent an ex-girlfriend to him. I was like, listen, homegirl, I cannot fix you while I'm dicking you down. I'm going to have to put you in alignment with, some other coaching. And he helped her out. This dude right here, Doc Barham, is in the building. What up, Doc?
Oh, thank you very much, Zoe. It's nice to be on the show.
We going to cut up, right? So, ladies, can you guys brief Doc on what we're talking about right now?
It started being about millennial dating. What is it like to date a millennial baby? And then now it's transformed into the difference between owning your man and woman and just being one in a relationship with them.
I mean, basically, we're talking about what is respect when it comes to men and women acknowledging and admiring the opposite sex. And what is too far is looking while you're with your significant partner at the opposite sex and liking what they have to offer. Is that acceptable or unacceptable?
Liking what they have to offer?
Breaking your neck, for example. Like if you're walking with your lady
And remember
and
now,
a guy walks by
remember
and
this,
she's
though.
like,
remember,
woo.
Ashanti, remember, Doc is a white man.
That's okay.
You can't use breaking your neck.
Okay.
I'm a quick.
Yeah, but you get it.
I do.
Breaking your neck. You better not break your neck, Doc.
Got it.
Not glance, Doc. Looking that
I've been in that
neck.
situation before.
Looking enthusiastic.
How did it make you feel?
It's funny. I've been in that situation a lot of times before, and when the women that I have been with, some of them actually really bothered them. And some of them, they just didn't care because they already knew I loved them.
So you were the one breaking the neck.
Yeah.
Men always break their neck. That's what we're saying.
For me, a lot of times it's just an appreciation of the beauty of a woman. I'm not sitting there actually thinking.
nice.
There are just so many beautiful women in the world, and I love women. And when I see a beautiful woman, there's a part of me that just admires and acknowledges beauty.
Do you speak on it or do you just stare?
That's right.
Do you say
That's right.
you're beautiful?
No, I don't usually. I don't usually say something like that. Sometimes, though, I may say, "Wow, you have a beautiful smile."
But breaking your neck is saying you're beautiful,
right?
I think there's a lighter touch when you actually say, wow, you're really beautiful.
See, but you know what? That's once again you trying to control their reaction. You have a perspective of what you think is appropriate if a man is trying to acknowledge beauty. He's not supposed to break his neck. He's supposed to say, hey, listen, you're beautiful. But if they don't do that, that doesn't mean it's any less true.
I don't feel like we're being realistic in here because I live in the real world and I've never.
Oh, so we're in the Matrix.
We talk about
Your
real
ass is on the
conscious shit.
Nebuchadnezzar somewhere.
We talk about real conscious shit. Not a lot of people are conscious like that. And in the real world, I've never experienced a man and a woman walking together and her man is breaking his neck to look at me and she's cool with it. She's happy about
both.
It. I've never experienced that.
I'm about to be 33. I've been the woman. I've been the woman looked at. I've experienced all this shit.
I'm sure you're the woman looked at.
Yeah, I've been the woman.
Gigantic ass. It's always Halloween.
I think it's rude.
She got two jack-o'-lanterns under her dress right now.
There's also something to be said about appreciating it while it lasts because it's not going to last forever, that beauty.
Wow.
Bam.
How about it? Listen, we got callers galore. Let's just get to them. Let's go to South Carolina. Line 4.
SC.
Jeff, you're in the building. You got 2 seconds, Jeff. Jeff, put down the beaver you're skinning. Okay.
Ew.
Well, he's in North Carolina. Anyway,
oh, I thought you meant like a penis beaver. It got weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. This isn't our off ramp. We got to get back on the freeway. Anyway, Zach from Canada, line 5. Get on here, man.
Canada.
Zach. Everybody's got Boost
Zachary.
Mobile.
Boost Mobile.
Right. I'm going to just go down the line. Let's go back to Chicago. Line 6.
Chi-town.
Shy-Teasy. We got Christian on the line. Christian, speak on it.
What up, family?
What up, man?
Man, I was just going ahead and figured I would check out what you guys are talking about tonight. And at 23, I will tell you that this is spot on what I had to deal with in my relationship. So, as far as like the respect on social media, as you guys say, as a young man, 23, I didn't know that like there was rules to freaking of engagement for it. So when I was with my girl, I had made another girl a woman crush Wednesday, and I'm laying down in bed, and she like, "What the hell is your problem?" So it takes like a respect factor to get to it. So now, like when she talks to me about social media and Facebook and Instagram, I tell her like, "Look, if I like a girl's picture, that's because I find her attractive, but that don't mean that I want her over you. This is just shit right here. This is just what I like. I'm not saying I want her over you. I'm not saying I put her over you, but this is some internet shit. I like that shit. I'm coming home to you every night. I'm giving you my money. We going out to eat. Fuck all this other shit. It's like a line of respect that you have to fucking establish with your partner that I didn't know about at first. But now that I talk her through that shit, we all Gucci now.
We all Gucci. Hey, man, thanks for hanging on the line. We appreciate you calling in to the Voice of Reason. Hey, if you want to bring your city into the building, just reach out, 844-55-1. Listen, this is my objection. You can't even be a real man in the digital world now. You can't even like a picture of booty.
That's a little extreme.
Because your woman going to be like, you liked some booty on IG. I see the like right here. I've been. Why you investigating my likes?
I'm not the person that asks for that.
That's extra.
No, because for me, I live in a world where I can control what people do on my social media. You know, you post a picture, you can have dudes liking, saying, I want to marry you. That's my future wifey. They don't know if I'm taken or not, but they going to post it. They going to do stuff. So I can't go too hard at whoever I'm talking to about it because he could just very well look at my page and be like, well, who are these niggas doing this? So,
wow.
You know what I mean?
Veronica?
I just think at a certain point, if we're going to like expend energy doing things that make some fucking sense, especially for the black community, then we have to get over the insecure, childish part of ourselves that needs to be the center of somebody's universe. Me, mine. At some point, we have to, and furthermore, I think we have to stop talk about stopping legislating and partitioning, attraction. Because the thing is that sexual energy and attraction is an ocean. It's a huge, vast thing that pours through us. And so we're going to feel attracted, and we're going to feel stimulated, and we're going to feel sexually turned on. That's just a natural part of the way human beings flow. And the minute we start legislating it and trying to tamp it down and redirect it so that we can not feel fear, is the minute that we begin to play a much smaller game, because our focus and our attention goes to this very small world called managing somebody. And that's not what our attention is for.
Wow. That's good shit. Doc Barham, what do you have to say before I get to these lines?
Well, I think that people have a right to do with their bodies what they want. And I think she makes a really good point about energy, right? And that there's no need to get triggered morally by some sexual energy. It's actually probably triggering a lot of our own programming, right? If someone is a very sexy being, right, that's healthy if they're sexy or they're sexual or meant to be sexual beings. If other people get triggered by it, isn't that their stuff?
Wow. Now that's big.
That's a good question.
I was dating a girl who was hella territorial, even with the women in her family. Moms, aunt, all cousins, y'all don't get to kick it around Zoe without me.
That's weird.
Like, she was real, like, I don't trust them like that. It's crazy. I mean, that was big. Legislation of it all. We're going to go to the phone line. We're going to go to line number 1. We're going to Miami. Y'all know who this is. Miami, speak on it, brother.
Yo, man.
Hey, Hustle.
You know what it is.
Man,
it's Hustle Break. Hold on, Hustle.
I wasn't even going to call it. Y'all got my music.
We got your music, man.
Hey, Hustle.
Man, what's up, ladies? What's up, V, Aarona, Ashonti?
Hey, what's up?
All right, so look, man, I wasn't even going to call in tonight, but, I mean, I'm over here with chicken grease on my fingers, but Ashonti started talking that stuff, so I had to call in.
Exactly.
Look, I'm going to lay it down real flat. Me, personally, I don't really break my neck for any chick, only because when you break your neck, it kind of gives you less of a chance of getting them in the first place.
Exactly.
Like, you need them too much. But the bottom line of that is, Zoe kind of killed it when he said it's really motivation for later. So really, Ashonti, you should be thanking her because you're going to get a little extra at the end of the night. I mean, you got to look at it from a big picture point of view. You can't just think about your feelings all the time. Think about it as, like the doc said, there's a bunch of beautiful people. We want to look. I'm going to let you look. You got to be secure in each other, knowing that we got each other's back like that.
I like that.
Straight from Miami. Hustle.
I like that.
But let me hit the topic, though, real quick. I don't call them millennials. I call them the microwave culture because that's kind of what it is. It's like they want things quick, satisfaction, but they don't get as much of the nutrients, so it seems like they got to get more of it just to keep it going.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Man.
Fast food dating.
I love that.
Fast food dating.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to put in, man.
Hey, man, good looking, brother. We
Thank you,
appreciate you,
Hustle.
bro.
Hustle got the science.
I'm going to the wood, my neck of the woods, my side of town. Let's go to Inglewood, line 4. What up, Jason?
Yo, what's up, family? How y'all doing?
Hey, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, I just wanted to call in and say, man, we got to get away from everybody being so sensitive. I think, a man looking at a woman, but a lot of times, I've been walking down the street and I've seen women break their necks to look at men.
Wow.
And, sisters, sometimes feel, the lady I'm with, she doesn't feel intimidated by it. She loves that, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And she appreciates it, because you got to stay on top of your game out here. Brothers got to do that. And
You
if
feel
brothers
me?
are not, attracting other women, they're not living, they're not, living in masculinity or living it out. That's how I look at it.
Listen, you just dropped a bomb. You brought Inglewood into the building.
You know what? You made a really good point because when women look at my man, I take it as a compliment. When they break their neck, he's just not allowed to break his.
I remember what? Okay. Jesus.
See?
At least I'm being honest with how I feel.
Ain't
It's
nothing
like-
wong with you being honest.
You know
That's
what
the
I'm
respectful
saying?
part.
Honest.
It's
You know what I
really
mean?
though,
honest.
it's like functional contradictions. Like, this shit works for me. Right? You know what I mean? Like, this shit actually works.
I know what works for me. Shit.
And you just go back to you trust you. You know how far you gonna throw the rack. You trust you. You just don't trust him.
It's not even that. You could trust your man, but don't do too much, nigga. Like Hustle said, he's not gonna break his neck for anybody. Nigga, you're a G. You're a man. You're a king. You don't need to be breaking your neck for nobody.
I remember a long time ago, it was like 20 years ago, I was dating this girl. And we was at a club. This is when I was still rapping.
Oh, Lord.
And she was such a beautiful girl. She looked like Karen White. Remember Karen White?
I'm not your superwoman. Okay,
sing it then.
I had to get on it. You can't just throw Karen White in conversation and not acknowledge.
I'm just saying, she looked like Karen White.
You better get on. What?
Hey.
Yes.
They just don't make songs like this no more.
Always in your ear.
Girl, that you can lay down and that everything's okay. Boy, I am only
not with the finger
human. I'm not just an IG profile, nigga.
I'm just saying.
I'm human.
We have transformed this little studio into Aaronia's shower. We're in the shower with her right now because she's really singing.
Literally.
But seriously, she was a beautiful girl. She's still beautiful now. But she had on one of them little fitted dresses. And I just loved putting her out there by herself. Now you go stand over there. I'm going to be a weirdo and stand in the corner and just watch dudes holla. It was one of the greatest nights of my life. I was just watching like, damn, they all over you, girl.
And you coming back with me.
I'm about to tear that pussy
But now, how would you have felt? Look, how would you have felt if she would have actually paid one of them real mind and been like, oh, oops,
Listen,
Zoe was here. Sorry, forgot.
It's a 20-year younger Zoe.
What if it happened now?
I'm just saying, nothing shines brighter than the sun, even now. I mean, I'm in a class by myself. None of that said.
With the dark night voice.
With the dark night voice.
Oh, supreme confidence. I'm just saying. We got one more call. Let me get to this guy real quick. I want to make sure we get them all. South Carolina Jeff is back, line 5. Speak on it, brother.
What it do?
What up?
Hey, man, I just want to first start off saying I love y'all, man, honestly. I think y'all always have interesting topics.
We love you, Jeff.
Well, thank you, brother. Shit.
Thank you.
I don't know if I love you.
I do.
But I just want to, I don't know, I think about what you guys are talking about so much. Like, I recently graduated, and I thought that, like, I feel like there's a lot of things in society that haven't caught up. Like, it's like a battle between traditional ideas and modern ideas as far as, like, technology is concerned. Like, you look at the relationship between business. Like, when you have to go get a job, when you go to a job, you're told, wear a suit, make sure your hair looks good. And for the most part, that's kind of like a traditional idea, just, look the part. But on the other side of that, it's like also monitor what you're putting on Facebook, monitor what you're saying on Instagram, because they'll go back and look at it. So if you look at it, the people who are going, the employers who are checking your Facebook and Instagram, nobody did that for them. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of not balanced. There's a lot of things that aren't consistent. But that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Interesting.
Hey, man, that was good stuff.
It's
I appreciate
added pressure.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? You know what I'm starting to sense right now? Thanks for the call, brother. We appreciate it. You know what I'm starting to sense? Older parents of younger kids can't really effectively advise them on relationship choices.
Older parents of younger kids.
Because we're coming from a traditional kind of template, right? And they live in a totally different society with totally different game rules. My son called me today and was like, yeah, Dad, I'm cleared. I'm going to be playing and whoop, whoop, whoop. And he talking to me about basketball stuff. And he goes into his dorm room. He's like, God damn it, she didn't even make up my bed. I said, hey, what are you doing? Fuck is going on with you? And he was like, oh, no. Oh, well, yeah, I told her to make up the bed before she left. I was like, 700 days ago, nigga, you was jumping up and down because you had a remote control car for Christmas. Now you telling women now you telling women to make up your bed? I was thrown for a loop. I was like, damn. this dude is a man. And I'm just saying, we can't really advise now.
You know what I saw on the other end of that coin when he said today's standards are different because even with the job, you search for a job, you didn't have to worry about the burden of social media and somebody watching, knowing that somebody's watching. In relationships, we got away with all kind of shit because we didn't know people were watching. And you can't do that no more.
Ain't no getaway.
Not with social media.
Ain't
Especially
no
not the
getaway.
police.
Listen,
FaceTime.
we're about to take a quick break. I want to go into a DJ Always mix. Get ready for the DJ Always in your ear. He about to turn it up. We'll be back in 2.2 seconds. Hot Button Radio, Dash Radio, Voice of Reason out. Yeah, DJ Always in your ear. Was that boy killing? Veronica Conway, are you still with us? VC, where you at? Is she there? She's probably, I don't know. She could be doing anything. Man, DJ Always just killed.
I was there. I was on mute. I'm sorry.
Did you hear this man's mix right now?
Oh, God. It's so good. So good.
Listen.
DJ is fire.
He's crazy right now. Listen, the phone lines are open, 844-55-1. We're talking about new age love, man. A lot of people are making love to a digital display. A lot of people, man. It's, social media is now a part of your relationship, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
You get with somebody, you're getting with their Facebook profile too. Twitter, all of it.
Ain't nowhere to hide.
Jesus.
Nowhere to go. You can always be found.
So let me ask Dr. Barham. Doc Barham. Let me just ask. We used to have a man cave where we could escape. Are you guys telling me that technology has really just destroyed the man cave? There's nowhere to hide now. We could go hide in the man cave, but not anymore. How do we make space in a relationship? You know what I mean? If you can understand that terminology, making space in the relationship.
For yourself, like you would with a...
Yeah.
Declare it.
Oh, say more. Speak to
Yeah.
that.
You have to declare it. I mean, if you are in a relationship, every human being needs individual time. Every single human being needs alone time to reflect, to recharge, to be with themselves, to contemplate, to enjoy themselves. And I know that in my previous relationships, when I didn't say anything about it, what you said earlier about things becoming normal that aren't natural, and that I think is key. It's not natural, but something that isn't natural can become normal over time. And then if you don't say anything about it, when you do try to change it, what happens is what?
Pushback, for sure.
Right. Why are you trying to change?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to change this? Are you going to leave me? Or is it getting worse? Are we going to break up? And the truth is, when people have a way to go be like a man in their man cave, I mean, this is what I did in a previous relationship. Was I had my own office, and I'd say, I'm going to be going away for a while, and I love you, and I'll be back. And when I'm back, I'll have more energy to give to you, more time, more love, more energy, more attention to devote to you.
Wow.
And so that was the other thing that was nice about it, is I didn't come home if I was upset and take it out on her. I was wise enough to go into my private space, work it out on my own, and clear myself, and then come back.
Wow. So if one is,
that's just one possibility.
No, that's big. If one doesn't have the luxury, right, of having an office or somewhere to go, because it's really interesting. I love the way you frame that, because if I'm paying attention to subtlety, context, and nuance, I have to be able to see that, okay, this person has that outlet or they don't. So I have to adjust my expectations of them accordingly based off of, you see what I'm saying? They always say, if you're dating somebody, you're not more than 2 ticks behind them or 2 ticks above them in terms of just your overall consciousness and awareness. No one is ever 10 ticks above you or 10 ticks beneath you, even though some people act like that in a relationship. I'm the leader. I know what I'm talking about. You listen to me. But no one is ever really that far apart. So I would encourage people to try to be more aware of the context of their person and not just that end game.
Yeah.
A lot of times people are dating an
Yeah.
end game and the person is just a means to an end. You know what I mean? Like, if you can provide this, I think Veronica calls it when people are dating to get their wounds met, not even their needs, but to get their wounds met, right?
Right.
And that's a crazy space to be in. And I think the millennials have mastered it, coming from the space you illustrated earlier today. They've seen, 50% of divorces. They've seen bad relationships. Their parents were in that. And now they have this new way of interfacing. This is the have no fucks to give generation. What do you think of that, Aarona?
I think what you said is brilliant. I think it's codependency. I think it's getting together to get their wounds met. And just what you said right now, no one talks maturely or in depth about relationships like this anymore. Talking about the context of a person. You say that in conversation. The average person is like, what do you even mean? It's like taking the personality, their goals, who they are, how they express themselves. Are they an inward or outward person? How do they love? Do they love from affirmation, or do they love via touch, or do they love via giving things? We don't take the time to really study the person we're with, but we want a specific result, and that is insanity.
Doc, could you do something for me real quick?
Sure.
Could you define a sameness person and a difference person? I've heard Tony Robbins describe this. He said sameness.
NLP.
Right.
Right. Well, a really fun way to do this is you can play a game.
Let's do it.
Anybody here have some change? Not a lot of people carry pocket change much these days, I notice. But if you got some pocket change.
This dude right here got a bubblegum machine in his bedroom.
Perfect. Okay.
Hey, he got silver dollars.
Okay, look at that.
Right, he just came from the casino.
Jesus.
All right, so let's see.
But you can tell I've been there too, huh? Anyway. He's like, how you know, bitch? Don't mind your business.
So let's see. Okay, put your hand out.
Yes.
All right, so I've got a handful of change here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm putting that in your hand. And what I'd like you to do is look at the change.
Yes.
And tell me all the different relationships that you see.
Okay. A quarter is the biggest coin. The dime is the smallest coin. The nickel is in the middle. They're all silver. The faces are up as far as, heads or tails. They're all heads. And nope, there's 3 heads and 3 tails. And that's it. That's all I got.
Everybody fucking tonight then.
Heads and tails.
Anything else?
Off the top of my head, that's all I got for you.
Okay.
Bam.
All right. Now let's
Did
see.
I pass?
Everybody passes.
Okay.
There's no fail here. So let's see. Yeah? Okay. Give me relationships that you see with those quarters or that change. Okay. So did you notice the difference between the two and the way that they sorted them?
I did.
He tended to sort for sameness.
Yes.
And similarity. And her first sorting was actually for difference. How they were different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So these are the kinds of things where people have tendencies to actually sort things in different ways in their mind to make sense of the relationship of things.
Right.
How one thing relates to another.
Right.
This is actually a really simple game that you can play with somebody and watch. She actually went, sometimes they'll call it
differences with exception.
Right.
Right.
And the exception will be a sameness.
Right.
Whereas someone else could be a sameness sorter with a difference exception.
Right.
So they're all silver. They're all round. They're all American currency. They're all et cetera, but
right.
They're all different years.
Right.
Right. Or they're all different this. And that's most likely if she didn't include that, it wouldn't feel like she'd completed it entirely. Does that make right? Like I haven't completed that. Does that make sense?
I want to try to include everything, so I start with the differences first.
Right. And a lot of times what will happen is that someone who is a sameness sorter will actually see a different sorter as someone who's kind of a wet blanket.
Ah, yes. And that'll be a source of
Because
conflict.
they tend to be looking for what's different. The truth is, though, our weakness lies in the places that we don't look. So, for example, many times someone who's the same, I have a tendency to sort through, similarity sort or sameness sort. And for a very long time, I remember oftentimes women can be different sorters. They do look for exceptions. That's like the old story where the man goes, I'm going to go get the caveman. I'm going to go get the woolly mammoth. And he just grabs his spear and he's ready to head down there. She's the one who says, what if you don't get it on the first try? Take a second spear. Right. She's thinking about what if it doesn't happen? I'm here. Here's my target. I'm going in this direct line. She's thinking about the exception to the rule. What if that doesn't happen?
Right.
And that's how she can actually add to his life.
Right.
And vice versa.
Right. And that's if he doesn't see her offering as some type of attack on his way of doing it. Right?
Right.
Because if he sees it as, I know what I'm doing, I'm the one who hunts, he will miss the gift in the offering. Like, hey, check this out. You might need another one because you may miss.
Right.
So that's good shit right
So it's
there.
as long as we see that the other person's way of seeing it's not personal.
Right.
It's their perception.
Right.
Right. And then what happens is we just realize we all have different ways of perceiving. And if we can actually add that, it will expand our perception.
Wow. You see?
It expands our ability.
He deep.
Doc Barham in the building right now on the Voice of Reason. We cut up in here. The phone lines are cracking as usual. We're talking about millennial new age love. I don't even think, what would the old people be called? Old lineals? Old lentils? I don't know. Anyway, the ancient people, I don't even think they...
Boomers.
Grown and sexy.
Boomers.
The G-lennials.
The Jew-lennials, right? I don't think that they look at relationships like that. I think this is the kind of tools that most people need in their toolbox, but very few have, right? Just the concept of, am I a sameness person with exception? Am I a difference person with exception? Or am I just a sameness person? Or am I just a difference person? Most people have no idea of what that is until today. And we need to have those kind of tools if we're going to have great relationships. Let's get to the phone lines. We're going to get line 4 on here. Ronan, speak on it.
Yes.
Hey, Ronan.
Well, hey, I had to hurry back because I heard Ashonti speak on it. And I said that the good thing about not just old school, but today, you get to find out who's really on that ship, who's on some bullshit.
Right.
And my thing is, like, if they're with you, they're with you. The thing is, like, if they prove themselves to be on your side, cool. If they don't, cool, you win either way. So you find out, if you got something of value, like genuine substance, you don't have to fight for it, because insecurity will scare the shit out of somebody. Like, you know what, there are better options than this. So I'm just saying, you're in a powerful position nowadays because you get to see what they're really about. If they're, you win either way.
Well,
That's how I wanted, share that with her.
You saying some big stuff, man, and I appreciate you for calling in again, man. Thanks again. Let me just say this. The studies are out there that are talking about how the millennials are afraid to be vulnerable. That's why they have a hookup culture. They just get in and get out. They get in and get that instant gratification, and when it gets old, they bounce to the next situation. Vulnerability is a gift and a curse to a lot of people. And most people experience the curse side of it without actually staying in it long enough to get the gift out of it.
You better preach.
It's crazy, man. We got line 5 cracking right now.
Down.
Number 5, Red. Speak on it, Red.
What's going on, Zo? What's up, everybody?
What up, bro?
What up, Red?
Hey, Red.
Hey, Veronica.
Ooh.
Shit. What am Hold on. Stop everything. Do we have Darth Vader? Do we have any Star Wars music?
You wouldn't happen to be Big Red, would
Wait,
you?
hold on.
Yes, I am.
Hold on. Well,
Yes,
let me
I am, actually.
I need the Star Wars music really quickly for this, what I'm about to say to Red and Veronica.
You're about to do Star Wars.
Turn it down just a little.
What are you doing?
For real.
Veronica? Red?
Yes.
I sense a disturbance in the force. Fuck is going on with you two happy birds? Hi, Red. Hey,
Oh, you know.
But Red let out a moan though. Where are your hands right now, Red? Where are your hands, Red?
I'm holding the phone and I got a Gatorade in the other.
We on speakerphone. Stop lying. I know that. I've heard those before.
Right. I used to name my penis Gatorade, right? Is it what? You know why? Is it that the commercial? Is it in you?
Dr. Clowner. Is it in you?
Oh, y'all too
Jesus.
much.
Go ahead, Red. Speak on it, bro.
Okay.
God.
I was actually just having a conversation with my grandfather about this particular topic, and something that we as a people we don't talk about. This is a byproduct of slavery, and what I mean by that is every generation since we've been brought to this country has something that separates us from the next generation and the next generation, whether it's lynching, drugs, heroin, crack cocaine, the internet. Now it's the internet. The kids aren't social anymore. They don't know how to hold a conversation with a woman. They don't know how to hold a conversation with a man. Yeah, there's a benefit of the internet for everyone else involved. I mean, you can use it to market. You can use it to reach out to people that you haven't seen in a while. But what it doesn't do, it doesn't allow you to have real interface, real interactions with people. And our kids are probably the worst. Wow. I mean, I see more stuff on Snapchat on my son's phone than anything else.
Wow.
You know, and it's sad. I know this is a fun topic, but I mean, you have to look at that aspect of it. Every generation just gets more and more separated from the next.
Wow. Well, Red, let me
People don't
just
look
say,
at it like that.
let me just say, brother, every time you call in, you drop bombs, and we appreciate you for sharing that information. Thanks for reaching out. Wow.
Got love for you, though.
Hey, man, always, brother. Let's do summations. Everybody gets a 35-second, 40-second summation. I want to start with my homeboy, Doc Barham. That was a great Gatorade penis reference, by the way. Is it in you? Doc, speak on it. Give us 35, 40 seconds in your summation of what we've been talking about.
I agree. I think there's a lot of value of the internet and the way that it's connected us all. And I think that what we're learning is that there's no substitute currently for bodies being next to each other, for human beings being in contact with one another. And so perhaps that what we're learning is a little bit of a pendulum swinging back, right? We go too far one side of the pendulum and now we're coming back. So that's a little bit how I see it.
That's good shit.
I agree.
Shit.
Deep.
Aarona Lopez.
Yes. Ooh, why do you have to jizz at the end of my summation? Like, that's some bullshit. This is where I'm at with it as far as millennials, relationships, and everything. Like the good doc said, we're coming to a place where we have to embrace feelings. Feelings are a part of it. We can't be afraid of our feelings. We can't be afraid to say, hey, I love you. You can't be afraid to say, hey, you matter. You can't be afraid to say, hey, look at that ass. Because we're you know what I mean? You have to be able to express yourself, and we're a feeling culture. What separates human beings from other animals is our feelings, and feelings are healthy, and we got to acknowledge it, and we got to share it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Singers, start making some songs with your feelings. Start telling bitches they special. Make them feel tender. Stop trying to fuck. And we'll be a better world.
Start telling bitches they special.
Start telling bitches they special.
Veronica Conway, your 50-second.
Yeah,
40,
I think.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I think that we have to understand that the millennial generation is really at the effect of some pretty brutal times. They feel pretty abandoned by the X generation and the boomer generation because we didn't leave very much for them except a bunch of debt and a bunch of bullshit because we were kind of undisciplined. So I would say that our responsibility is to teach the next generation and make it accessible and available for them to interface based on feelings. You have to model that. You have to communicate that. You have to be that so that they can understand that there's life beyond the keyboard.
Wow. Life beyond the keyboard. God damn it.
That is a hell of a summation.
Christ. Okay, so let me just do this really quickly. Doc, your website is what, really quickly?
Right now, my website is actually down. However, the domain name is docbarham.org.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go to docbarham.org.
Good.
I'm actually it got hacked, it got taken down, and I got a new one that I'm putting up.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they can, if they want to get in touch with me, they can actually, anybody can email me at docbarham@gmail.com, or they can actually call my business line at 310-883-3994.
Hey, he's incredible.
I'm also available on Facebook under my name, Doc Barham.
Yeah.
He's
coached me as well. So I got homies and I got people. Veronica Conway, the female coach in my life. How do they catch you?
Yes. VeronicaConway.com. It's not too late to get into the Leave Your Limits boot camp, which starts tomorrow. 22 hours of, we're going to blitz your beliefs, your limitations, your wounds, everything. We're just going to go in hard and lay it flat to the ground so that you are a free Negro at last. So you can email me at veronicaconway.com if you want to be a free Negro at last.
Aarona, where do they find you really quickly?
Hello, folks. You can find me on IG. That is at Aarona Lopez 100, AARONALOPEZ. At Aarona Diva on Twitter. And check me out for my foolishness Monday through Thursday on Periscope.
Beautiful.
Hi, guys.
Listen, tomorrow, my book signing. Everybody in the Los Angeles area. Jason from Inglewood called in. Jason, I need to see you tomorrow from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., 940 Dominguez Street, Carson, California. 90607 is what you said, boy. Suite K. I'll be at Juicy Juice, which is fresh juice bar, but it's also a bookstore. Listen, if you're in the LA area, come hang with me. The Relationship Dismount and Relationship Roundtable. Zoe Williams, I'll be there 3 to 5. Let's do it. I'll holla at y'all. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys Wednesday. Deuces.